you sleep like this?
Exactly like that. I don't
like you're in the military.
Yeah, like I'm in the military. Welcome back to another episode of the Steebee Weebee Show. We have a very special guest tonight. Please welcome, on the first time on the podcast, comedian Shapel Lacey. Thanks for coming, man.
I love it.
Yeah, do you like that?
Yeah, I love it. I love everything about it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You're the third Arizonian in 3 weeks.
Oh, hell yeah. On the third?
Dude, what did Jeremiah do to this thing? Yeah, I had Deshaun Jordan, skater from Chandler, Arizona's finest skater to come out.
Uh-huh.
He almost made the Olympic team. He's going to make the next Olympic skateboarding team. And then I had Jesse
Johnson.
Yeah, and then
Jet ski, vroom, vroom.
And you're from Arizona?
Yeah, born and raised.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
We have a lot to... So you're from Mesa?
Mesa.
What high school?
I went to Westwood. I had to go... I went to like 3 different high schools, to be honest. I went to Westwood, then I went to Gilbert High, then
you went to Gilbert High?
Yeah. And then I went to a...
My mom's in Gilbert.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me that.
Near Santan Village.
Yeah. Next to that mall
Yeah,
and shit?
It's a mall. It's a mall.
Yeah, it's one of the newer malls.
Yeah, it's a newer mall, yeah. Shout out to Raising Cane's, too. Love Raising Cane's out there. She's near, Val Vista.
Yep.
So you're
exactly where
born
and raised. I know all of the greater Phoenix area.
Yeah. So how did? Because someone brought up music. Because you're in a punk band as well, and you do comedy.
Yeah. The punk band's more recently. Yeah.
So how did you get into the scene? Like, people don't realize there are music scenes in Arizona.
Yeah, actually, growing up, the punk scene in Arizona. Well, that's the thing about Arizona. I tell people, they're like, I'm like, we appreciate entertainment because that's like the biggest thing to do. It's just so fucking hot.
Not only that, there's a lot of bands that tour and go through Tempe.
Yeah, because they like to tour there because people show up. I always explain. I go the cool thing about Arizona is people show up for entertainment because that's like the only thing we could really do.
Yeah.
To escape the heat.
Dude, I went to numerous shows when I went to Arizona State.
Okay.
So
were you the Bash on Ash?
No, this is you know where Peter Jungle is?
Yeah, that Peter Jungle.
Yeah. There used to be. This is in the 90s.
No, you're good.
Electric Ballroom.
Okay,
There's a spot called Electric Ballroom off Apache Boulevard because my dorm was. I went to Ocotillo off of Apache.
Yeah.
I worked at that IHOP.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Off Apache.
Yeah.
Graveyard shift there. And then I'm like, we'd go to the smoke shop headquarters off Mill or.
The HQ?
Yeah. So you know that spot. Okay, thank God. See, so I used to go in there, well, I'm sober now, but back then we'd go in there to look at the bongs and the pipes and stuff. And then they would have flyers of shows, and I'm like, oh, shit, the Beatnuts are coming into town. Mm-hmm. And then I realized when I was at the show, there would always be an opener that wasn't, on a major label.
Okay,
And I realized I put it together. I'm like, oh, these cats are local.
Yeah, they're here.
They're local acts. Yeah, and
so I wonder if you probably saw the Gin Blossoms then.
Possibly. No, I've seen Diggable Planets there. I saw The Far Side when they came through.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mostly went to the underground hip hop shows.
So that's where
Yeah. But no, I like all types of music. Yeah. So how did you get into music and stuff out there, in high school?
Music, for me, I want to say it's
what?
Not.
Yeah, it's going in and out.
It is?
Oh, it is?
How about now?
Yeah.
You can hear me now?
Yeah,
I wonder if I should just hold
just hold it from the from the top, like I guess
like this?
She's saying like this, yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, this is good.
So should he re-ask that question?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So how did you get into like the music scene or just music in general in Arizona?
I think for me, like, I guess with music, I don't know. There's just a sound that you hear when you listen to music, and I'm like I don't know if people realize like I'm a massive nerd for music. Like I could just sit there.
Said that. Someone mentioned that.
Yeah.
So you grew up like you're wearing a Black Flag shirt.
Yeah, but that wasn't my earliest discoveries.
Like what bands were you?
Early discoveries were like some, I grew up in a hectic home. Mm-hmm. My stepfather, he was crazy, and it was just a wild, hectic home. Mm-hmm. And the only time I saw my mom like extremely happy was when she was listening to music.
Yeah,
and she listened to like all that old school R&B and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like. That's where I started was the old school R&B. Then just kept getting deeper. I became a big fan of Snoop Dogg. That was like the one of like the West Coast hip hop. That was the one that I actually like really. And Ice Cube, and Ice Cube were the ones that I actually like really connected with. Then just the switch of the radio station, I discovered like classic rock, and the first song I heard was. Of that genre was Mississippi Queen by Mountain. And so I heard that song, and that just like took me to a new fucking level.
And so you're hella eclectic as far as your musical taste.
Yeah. Most people think it's like, I always explain it like this. I'm like, punk is like my blood, but like, I listen to fucking pretty much everything. Yeah.
So do you like even like the synth stuff, like like Depeche Mode?
Like Depeche Mode,
or New Order.
Joy Division, that stuff,
OMD and all that, the 80s.
Yeah, I can get into that. I didn't get heavy into it, but I can totally get into it.
What about like Fishbone?
Oh, like in the Sky area?
Yeah, the Specials and the Selector.
Yeah, Mighty Mighty Bosstones, Real Big Fish, like, all those guys. Yeah.
What about like Modest Mouse and like the Pixies?
Yeah, Modest Mouse,
yeah.
Of course, 1,000%, especially with Modest Mouse. Like
Lonesome Crowded West.
Yeah.
I can't say it enough.
That's a great one.
If I had one album to put on a desert island, I would definitely.
That's a great
one.
That's
one of my.
That's a very fair one.
I mean, that's when you know you recorded a good album when you could just listen to it all the time. It doesn't get old.
West.
Cowboy Dan. Trailer Trash.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Convenient parking.
Styrofoam
the cockroach
booze. Song.
Doing cockroach. Yeah. So like. Especially with Modest Mouse, like I play a lot of their songs on the guitar. They're like like usually when I pick up a guitar, like it's usually Modest Mouse songs that I start off with.
Yeah. So do you like Built to Spill as well? Like, cause that's kind of like the similar. Yeah. That one album.
I saw Built to Spill with Afghan Wigs. Where did I see him at? At the Wiltern Theater. It was like it was the first concert I went to when I moved to L.A.
That's what's up.
And I finally saw Built to Spill because I discovered Built to Spill in '99. Yeah. And that was through Escape video.
Yeah, that's people don't realize that. Yeah. Like that's how I discovered a lot of music too. Like not just hip hop, but just the rock.
A lot.
Like they would use a lot of Fugazi and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, who's that? Yeah. And then you do your research, you're like, oh, okay.
Yep. And it makes you want because obviously like you like the Skate video, and then you're like, and then the songs are just like make you think of the Skate video, and you're just like, I gotta figure out about the songs, and that's how I found out about
and then that's how you and then people what's that album? It has like it's like blue and it has like the angel.
Does it have a girl on it?
Yeah, it has a girl and then it has that's a good one.
Yeah, that's the song,
the Time Trap song and Else and all that.
Carry the Zero.
Carry the Zero. Carry the Zero. Holy moly, you know your stuff. Yeah, Carry the Zero.
I'm telling
you, it's like
good
album. Damn good album.
Yeah, that's a great album.
So what about the Pixies? Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, do you look up to them still?
Yeah,
like
Surfer Rosa. That album's like probably like
damn good album. Yeah.
I love Bone Machine. That's like one of my favorite.
I even songs. Like Do a Little. Do a Little was
great.
Yeah. Bossa Nova. Yeah. What is it about them that is captivating? Is it the reason why?
Pixies?
Yeah, because when I listen to them,
it's simplistic and catchy.
They're like. Even like when you listen to them, you don't know. It makes your mind wander. Like, who are they? But when you see him, you're like, oh, that's him.
Yeah, it's almost like like, the riffs aren't like too crazy.
Yeah.
But it's very, very catchy, and I think it's the way they deliver the sound that makes them catchy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then the simplicity of it, because is what makes it like. Fuck yeah! It makes you like
And then you have Joey Santiago doing his shit.
It's easy to open the door to the Pixies.
Yeah. And then, a shout out to Fight Club because I know that gave him a lot more recognition. Because Where's My Mind?
Where's My Mind,
But, dude, the slower version is, the UK version is.
Oh,
yeah, there's a slower version. Yeah.
Yeah.
The B-sides,
Yeah, go ahead.
So you grew up in Arizona, so you'd go to local punk shows as well?
All the time.
And there were like,
Just
let them know
shows
there's punk groups in Arizona, right?
Yeah, a lot of punk groups. And that the thing was like, that was my, like once, so like I was already a big fan of music, but when I went to my first concert, like I was like, oh, I'll do this all the time. It's the one I know I'll always fucking go to concerts. Like
always.
I don't need anybody to go to a concert with. Right, like I'll go by myself.
Yeah.
It's like that's like my thing.
Right. Did you support the local scene in Tempe or Phoenix? Like, were there local bands and you went to their shows for like $5?
All the time. I remember the band I would see the most in the local scene was.
You want to shout them out real quick? Let's shout them out.
Authority Zero. They're still around.
Okay.
They came on a new record, but they were along the lines of like Pennywise, No Effects. They were part of
that's skate music too.
Yeah, exactly. So they were totally that era. So I would go see them a lot, but like, I mean, it was just like, it was the thing to do. It was just like, I would go to, I don't know if you ever been to the Nile.
Yeah, I remember the Nile.
So
like, is that down rural, kind of near rural?
So the Nile is in Mesa. Right off Main Street.
I remember now. There used to be a fish and chips place near there.
Yeah, it still is.
You know what I mean?
Pete's
Fish and Chips.
Yeah.
Because you know how I know that is because
I think it's still there. I haven't been there.
No, we used to skateboard the parking garage
there.
Yes. It was like this underground skate spot too.
So that area was like that area to skate in that area is like the perfect area to skate.
I went to plenty of shows there.
Yeah,
that's the first time I saw Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Okay,
was there, and that's when I'm like, oh, this guy, this guy's awesome.
Damn. When was that?
A long
Damn.
time ago.
Wow.
This is 90. I'm dating myself.
Yeah.
This is like 96.
96. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. This was, but I know exactly.
It's so crazy because my first concert wasn't until 2000. It was before 9/11.
Yeah.
It was 2000. I remember it was before 9/11.
Yeah, there was back then. It was like there was a whole scene because I went to Arizona State. So when I went on the campus, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna join that. I'm not gonna join that church group. I'm not gonna do a fraternity. I'm not, And I was lost. So I'm like, and then I hated my roommate. So I went to the student services center, and I'm like, are there any options as far as housing?
Yeah.
And they go, well, on the other side of campus, you could get your own room, but it's a smaller. And I'm like, sign me up. So once I did that, I'm like, okay, now I'm on Apache Boulevard. I was off University, right? So I was in Manzanita, kind of by the mill side. But then on Apache, I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is.
Did you ever go to Minder Binders?
I've heard of it.
I wonder if that was on Apache, but there's
Pompeii?
another.
Does that ring a bell? Pompeii?
A little bit.
Nita's Hideaway?
Nita's Hideaway.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Nita's Hideaway.
Nita's Hideaway.
Yeah,
that's
the cool thing about Arizona and like the local scenes. It would be at like a small bar or something.
Yeah,
they would have a night or something.
You would just go to it, and that was the thing, and shows were very, very cheap, and I mean I just appreciated it all. Like I just wanted to go. There's just something about live shows that I just appreciated, no matter what it was. Like, I mean, there was a point in time where it was like strictly punk shows that I was going to, but I mean, I wanted to see it all just because I was just fascinated by the world
culture.
of it. The culture
too as well.
Yeah.
Now, where do you purchase your music?
I used to go to this record store. No, I didn't go. Fuck.
I was going to throw Zia.
I did go to Zia Records.
Off University.
Right off University.
And there's one in Gilbert too.
There's one in Gilbert. They built quite a few of those
Freedom
in Arizona.
Skate Shop.
Yep.
Yeah. You know where that is. Yeah. See how the Arizona connection is just.
I know.
It just keeps going.
I know. It keeps going.
Yeah.
And I would also go to this place called Eastside Records that was in Tempe as
Okay.
well. That was by Cowtown Skate Shop, which was by.
So that was by that
Zia.
Circle K. You know.
Yeah,
there's
right by Casey Moore.
Yeah, Casey Moore.
Yep,
but there's
yep.
a Circle K there.
Yep.
And then Cowtown.
Yep.
And
exactly. So there was the East Side. It was a place.
That's
called
right
East
by
Side
Mill,
Records.
kind of by Mill
Yep.
University.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dude, that area now looks
Yeah.
completely fucking different.
Let me tell you something. I was there in the 90s. There used to be a Tower Records.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Chili's.
Yeah.
There's a Chili's on the
they knocked down
corner.
that yeah, right on the corner.
Yeah, on the corner.
Mhm.
That's gone now?
Yeah, that Chili's is gone. I don't know what it is.
There used to be a Radio Shack in there.
Yep.
There used to be kind of like a smaller soup plantation spot.
Oh,
in like a grocery
yeah.
store, like a little,
Fuck.
kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a mom and pop, kind of like a small.
Did you ever go to Chuck Box?
I don't think.
Oh, that was right off
yeah,
Mill, but-
yeah. Greasy
yeah.
Tony's.
I didn't go to Greasy
Yeah.
Tony's.
Yeah. Okay,
Long
so-
Wongs?
Oh yeah, long one.
yeah,
I
yeah.
worked at Asaki's Sushi off Mill, and I worked at that P.F. Chang's.
You did? Holy shit! Damn.
You know which one? I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about, right.
Wow.
And I worked at that Circle K on Lemon and Terrace.
You worked at that?
Yeah, great.
What?
Yeah, I did every job there. And not only that, we're gonna get into your comedy, but I also worked at the Tempe Improv.
You did?
And I got fired. I remember the night because one of the Wayans was performing. I got fired that night
Wow.
because I got into it with the waitress because she put the wrong order in.
Oh, you were.
I
chef?
was a food runner.
food
Yeah,
runner.
I had to bring out the food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
super
fucking hilarious.
Yeah. So I told the lady, I go, hey, can you make sure you put the right order in? No green onions. And she's just like, is that right? And then at the end of my shift, my manager, Steven, will you come here, please? I didn't know she was fucking the manager.
Oh.
Yeah, so you see how that works?
Yeah. Does that manager still exist?
Lee, his name was Neil. So
I don't think
shame on you, Neil.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if I knew Neil.
Shame on you, Neil.
I think I started getting up at Tempe Improv and stuff.
Oh, you did
after-
sets there?
Yeah, after Adam.
Okay. So yeah, that was kind of after.
This podcast is brought to you by MyBookie. The NFL is back in action, and so is the winning season at MyBookie. With over $500,000 in contest prize money, winning season makes the big games better and the victories even sweeter. Here's how it works. Pick 5 games against the spread each week. Each win earns you a point, and each point gets you closer to the grand prize. In order to get you started, make your first deposit at mybookie.ag and use promo code STEEBEE to instantly receive double your deposit. That's double your money to double your winnings with your first deposit using promo code STEEBEE. Bet anything, anytime, and anywhere with MyBookie.
Yeah.
So that's a good segue into the comedy. Like, when did you take an interest in comedy?
Shit, that was kind of a weird thing. Someone just dared me.
What?
Yeah, everyone's like thinking it's like this like story of like
It was.
I wanted to do comedy and stuff like no,
like
just someone
a double
dared
dog
me.
dare?
Yeah, I used to. I'm 8 years off alcohol.
Yeah.
And
Oh, so you're sober too.
Is it 8
So
years?
we have that in common.
no, I smoke a little weed.
Okay.
And I hate when people go,
Yeah.
"That's sober." I go,
Yeah.
no, it's not. You know what I mean?
It's harmless. You know.
Yeah, even though it's harmless, but I'm like, I don't want to. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of disrespectful to like people.
Yeah.
that are, Yeah. So like, I never like
Look,
to say.
I'm sober. I don't promote what I'm a part of. You know what I mean? They just know. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, when people say that, I go,
No, but you
But-
could do a lot of creative shit on weed.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it was 2010. I started. Yeah, someone dared me because I used to be the kind of drunk that would get drunk and I'd be like, say I won't. Say I won't do something, and
Yeah.
people be like, "You won't," and I'm like, "Okay, watch me," and I do the damn thing
Yeah.
that people said I wouldn't do, and that's how I got into comedy.
Like, you were at an open mic. Like, what happened?
No, I was where the fuck I just know that's how I got in, but I was drunk.
Yeah.
I just know that much, and then I was like, but
This was in Arizona.
But I wasn't drunk and got on stage. I was drunk. Someone said I wouldn't, and then I went and studied comedy for like 2 months.
Yeah. Like, what were you doing during that time?
I was
Old
I was-
specials?
No. Yeah, I just like
Just
looked
watching?
up. I just looked up all like any and everything. Like YouTube was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
popping, like
Yeah.
starting to pop. And so there was a bunch of videos on YouTube. I watched that. Then I started watching Comedy Central. I watched everything because I didn't know anything. Only thing I knew about comedy was Eddie Murphy Raw, Killing 'Em Softly, and Kings of Comedy.
Right,
but I didn't know anything else other than that. So
those are some good ones.
And also, I didn't know that like anyone could do comedy.
Oh, you thought it was for those people? Like people
I thought it was for them. I was like, oh, they're in movies, they're in TV shows,
right?
Like that's for them.
That's for them. And not for me.
Exactly.
When did you realize, oh, this is for me too?
That probably took a little bit too.
Yeah, it took a little. Okay, so what was your first experience like? Did you hit an open mic? Like, what was that experience?
I remember,
like?
yeah, I hit an open mic, and I remember I tried to get drunk to like, go up there.
Oh, liquid courage.
Yeah, but literally, I was so nervous that the alcohol, like, no matter how much
so
I drank,
a couple Heinekens and
couldn't even. It didn't do anything.
So where was it, in Arizona?
No, this was in Louisville, Kentucky. When I was living in Kentucky,
You hit a mic there?
So yeah, I don't know. I was competitive. I was a cheerleader.
Yeah, in Kentucky?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
At the university, I cheered at University of Louisville.
So you threw
threw
them in the air.
Yeah, I started cheerleading at 15.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I was the punk rock cheerleader.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know that about your story. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you went back home to Kentucky to do it?
Yeah, so like when I graduated high school, I cheered at a junior college in Texas. Then I went on to the University
of Kentucky?
Louisville,
Kentucky.
Yeah.
And so
then I dropped out to do comedy.
And then did you just like research an open mic scene or?
Yeah, I just researched. I said open
at a coffee shop.
It was like stand-up comedy open mic, and it was this club called Comedy Caravan. It's called something different now, but it's still there out on Bardstown Road. Shout out to Bardstown Road. Yeah,
shout out to what's the name of the spot too?
I don't know. They changed the name, but it was Comedy Caravan is what the name was.
Comedy Caravan.
But shout out to that place. But yeah, that was the first time I ever went up.
3-minute set.
Was it 3 minute? It was either 3 to 5 minute. Set. I remember that.
Yeah.
And I remember after that, I was like, I when I got off stage that night, I looked at myself and I go, you studied harder for that than you ever have in school.
With that.
Yeah. So I was like,
you cared about it.
Yeah. So I was like, why the fuck would I continue to do school?
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm dropping out.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm dropping the fuck out.
That was a wise decision.
Oh, fuck yeah. Best decision I ever made.
Yeah. So you did that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm dropping out.
You're
I'm
done.
like, listen, I'm done.
So how far did you make in college?
So oddly enough, so I got kicked off. Well, I didn't get kicked off. I wasn't allowed to try out at the junior college I went to again because I got in trouble and got real drunk at a competition.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah,
I could get drunk and fucking cheer. You know what I mean?
Things
that was my thing. But but the University of Louisville at the time had this program where you could go to the junior college out there and cheer for the university. It was like a transfer program.
Oh, it was a program.
Yeah, it was a transfer program that you were allowed to do. So yeah, I don't think they do it anymore, but yeah, that's how I was able to do that.
Oh, because you're doing the junior college and then you're able to do it.
Yeah, because I didn't finish junior college, but I was like, okay. I was like, I don't have that many credits left.
Yeah.
I was like, let me do this junior college thing and then eventually just transfer to university.
Dude, you save money that way.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Look, ASU. I still don't know what I did there. 8 years on their campus, it became like Groundhog Day.
Oh,
I lived in almost every single dorm.
That's fucking funny. Now them dorms are nice as fuck now.
Yeah, I went back recently.
You drive by.
Yeah, I didn't recognize any of that. There was a river there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was like, bro,
I'm
like, these are dorms.
Yeah. How good is that flavor LaCroix?
Oh, it's fucking great.
It's good, right?
Yeah, sponsor this podcast, by the way.
So,
stop fucking around, LaCroix.
Let me shout out to LaCroix real quick. If you're watching LaCroix, I can use a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Even if you send me cases of this, I'll shout you out.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. So would you say I like doing this, like because there's a person that might watch this. They look up to. They might have seen you.
People
perform.
look up to me. Oh.
Yeah. Well, you're doing well now with the comedy and the music. What would you tell?
That's terrifying.
If the kid's in school right now.
You know how much pressure that is as a fucking human.
There's like 5 people that will be watching. No, I'm just kidding. But what kind of advice would you give them if they don't know exactly what they're doing and they feel like college is not the right choice for them?
Oh, I was gonna say something stupid like follow your heart.
Think about it.
Just be honest with yourself.
Right.
Honestly, be honest with yourself. You have to, because you know what? Like most people that go to college, you know. Well, I won't say that. Let me. Most of my friends that have gone to college and
got
shit
degrees,
you know,
they're still looking for jobs.
Still looking for jobs, and if they have a job, they don't fuck with the job that they fucking got. So it's like they're just miserable, and I'm like, I hate talking to you. You know what I mean? I hate talking to my fucking friends because they're just miserable about their life. They don't want to do that job, but they just know how to do it because that's what they went to school like to do. But like people have this fucking fear, man, and I think. You know,
what do you think that is? Do you think that's stemming from like it's a self-centered fear, but do you think it's like they don't want to fail?
Yeah.
Or they're scared to roll the dice?
No, security.
Right, because if you get the degree, then you could get the job.
I think it's a security thing. Yeah, like I always tell people like this, like with comedy and shit. Like I go, every day I'm rolling the fucking dice.
That's where
it's like, yeah, because okay, think of it like this. When I worked, before I went full-time comedy, right? I knew, like, I worked in hotels, okay?
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and I knew when my shift was. I knew what days I was working. I knew when I was getting my paycheck. I knew what time I went in, what time I was off. All that stuff was guaranteed.
It was structured.
Whereas like comedy, you just fucking until like for a long time, you're really just fucking rolling the dice every day.
You don't know.
You know, you're constantly just playing chess, trying to figure shit out to make sure you do have a job and you are working and you are getting gigs. That's a crazy
way to look at it. So
that's how I explain it to people because it's like, but you know what? I'm a lot more happy.
The payout is
great, but I'm just so fucking happy.
You made the right choice.
Oh fuck yeah!
I mean, right, hands down.
But I've always been that kind of person to go and do things. Whatever I've always been a person and I'm not one of those people where like anyone's ever tried to like stop me from like doing something. I've always done whatever the fuck I want.
So that's good. I mean, what do your folks think? I mean, that you made that. I mean, they see you on these podcasts. They see you
they're just like because I think because I have a weird story. Like in my teens, I was adopted into a white family.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like, and then
how
obviously,
old were you?
Shit.
When that went down?
Oh man, they started taking care of me when I was like 15.
Oh, okay.
But then I fully moved in with them when I was like 17 or 18 or something like that.
What was that experience like, man? Like,
I mean, it's different, especially when you come from a hectic home, and their home was like not like that. It was very nurturing and loving. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So they were the opposite of what you're used to?
Complete fucking opposite.
So they had meals. Oh, this is your
But it was weird. Like I had my own room, which was like kind of weird. Like all that shit.
Your own bed, your own room, your own desk and shit.
Yeah, like shit like that was like fucking weird to me.
Yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck? And the whole nurturing thing. Even still to this day, nurturing is still like. Like I've gotten better at it.
Yeah.
But like for the longest time, it was very, very fucking tough.
It was tough. So like, do you still keep in touch with your
both
folks?
Sides. Yeah.
Both sides.
Yeah. Like
I'm
even cool with my stepfather, who was like, he was crazy and abusive, but fucking okay.
Oh, so abusive, cool. like beatdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Because me, my dad passed in 2019.
Yeah.
And I had to do some work as far as. Because he's gone now, and I saw him pass. But when we were growing up, in the household, he was highly abused. Like
he was tough.
Like he beat me with a keyboard once.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We're butt naked.
Uh-huh.
You didn't want to wake the dude up when he was sleeping.
Yeah, don't wake daddy.
Yeah. Or if you even looked at him wrong.
Uh-huh.
Like if I look, like just side glance, he's like, huh?
Yeah.
And then he would,
See, same. Yeah.
So did you deal with stuff like that?
Fuck yeah.
No, like beatdowns.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Abuse.
Yeah.
Hits. Boom, motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, but
we're not talking about like Tommy timeout.
Yeah, no.
No, this ain't the Tommy timeout. This is like you're gonna bleed, or it's gonna be tears on this.
He socked me in my fucking jaw. Yeah.
Yeah, like real beatdowns.
Oh yeah, I remember one time, I got home.
How old were you? Give us a context.
Shit, I was in junior high.
Yeah, that's when I got.
I was in junior high,
that's weird
and
I remember that because that's when I was scared. Yeah.
And I remember I came home. I think I came home late, and honestly, it was the first time I got drunk, and they didn't know I was drunk. Wild turkey, baby.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh, I got a
But
story.
I remember
stealing Dad's beers.
Yeah, I was drunk, and I just remember like he was like yelling at me, and I was just had my head down as he was like listening. I was just had my head down as he was yelling at me, and then he just came up and just fucking.
Oh,
me.
full-fledged, closed fist?
Yeah.
Wait,
I ate that shit, motherfucker.
Wait.
No, just kidding.
On your face?
Yeah, busted my lip.
Holy.
But you know what, man? Let me tell you something. I know that's crazy. Crazy.
Nowadays, I mean, because we're in a different world now.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't know if you could do that shit now.
I mean, there's probably parents that still do it.
I mean, the kid will get on his iPad and go, you want to mess with me?
But, like, my thing
Child's protective services,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean?
These fucking kids got a
the
button
website
now.
already.
They got a website.
Yeah.
They got an iPad they can go on and fucking.
Yeah.
But for me, listen, I know it's crazy, and may like people may be mad at the dude, but I do not dislike my stepfather at all.
No,
like,
it's
I have
all love
no,
now.
yeah,
No,
it's
I'm
all
not
love.
saying you do. No.
Yeah, no.
And I forgave my father.
But
you know,
people,
to add to that,
but like
I
whenever I
forgave my
talk
dad.
about it, people think it's like a thing of I should hate him. I go, why? He didn't take anything from me.
You know,
like I didn't fucking. What did I lose?
Not only that, in their minds, because I thought of it like this. It's like, well, dude, this cat's working 3 shifts. He's driving from Riverside back, going to Mira Mesa.
Oh shit, my stepfather didn't have no job.
he just
had a bunch of uniforms, dog.
Either situation, it's out of frustration.
Yeah.
They're just pissed off, right?
But also, at the same time, like I took a look at his life and like what he went through. Yeah, it does. I'm not trying to make an excuse for what he did, but like the situation at hand, like dude, like I mean, I just believe, I see it as like I was in a battle that I eventually won. You know what I mean? But I don't think he never took anything from me. I don't want to go after him. I don't want to like fucking cancel him.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to do
we're
any
not
of
doing
that
any of that.
because
We're just talking in passing.
I think the better fucking story is the fact that I am cool with him. That's the better fucking story.
Not only that, let me add to that.
Go ahead.
Is you found your own way. You're found your own lane. Yeah. And he's got to be, both parties has got to be proud as hell.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, he found his own lane. He's doing what he wants.
I'm proud of him and the fact that we are cool.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
You know one thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually,
because
it's
like.
Would you go through counseling to get to that? Like, how'd you get to that point?
I had like three different anger management teachers.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, what was cool about anger management?
I had a therapist too. Shout out to Dr.
Shout out to fuck, I forget my first one's name. It was so long ago. It was in high school. But he was at Westwood.
Shout out to Dr. Brian Choi.
I had Miss Berry. Shout out to Miss Berry.
It helps.
At Trinity Valley.
It helps.
Shout out to my boy Chip Chilton.
Yeah.
Forever. You know, like those people, you know, have my fucking heart. But you know, the unique thing about anger management is they never let me talk bad about my stepfather, and they didn't talk bad about my stepfather.
Oh, okay.
They didn't even make it about him. You know, when I took those classes, they go, okay, this is what happened to you. Cool. Now that we understand that, here's what we're gonna do.
Solution.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was all solution.
And maybe
it wasn't. We're not gonna talk bad about
There's
him.
No
like,
victimization.
Yeah. Because I remember shout out to Chip. He said, I remember we were talking, and I was like, yeah, man, I don't really have a lot of confidence in myself because the way my stepfather treated me.
Yeah.
And he like laughed. He was like, what? The fuck what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And he was like, it's your confidence. He was like, you realize he never took anything away from you. You had your confidence the whole time. You just had to find it.
Right.
It's always been yours. It's still your confidence.
Right. You were just young at the time.
Yeah.
And you grew into that.
And I didn't get that at first, but like as I got older, I was like, fuck, that makes so much sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I know, like when people feel like they are wronged or anything like that, the person that, you know, who wronged you or anything like that, and this is me reading all these fucking stoicism books.
No, this is good stuff. No, keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Those people never take anything away from you.
Right.
You know, like
you decide to give them the power.
Yeah, like because if he took something away from me, then he has the power.
Or if he,
you know what I mean?
If
like,
he permanently did something to your face.
And I'm not saying everybody has to think like this. This is what I found.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone reacts to their shit differently, you know, but I just know if I acted if I just continue to act crazy, then it's like, oh, I'm doing exactly what my stepfather would do.
Right, you're repeating the process.
That's how you. But if I took it as like, hey, you know what, man, that was some shit that happened.
Exactly.
If I take it as that, then I have all the power.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that I can sit there and say,
talk about it in this
there's nothing wrong.
Yeah,
we're cool.
Not only that, it's like there's nothing that comes positively from resentment. You know?
No.
What's the
saying?
saying?
My God, when I was resenting him,
but it's the only thing that eats its own container, right?
Oh, fuck
That's the saying, right? Resentment's the only thing that could eat its own container.
Yeah.
So it's like basically you're just drinking your own poison.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That was like this the poison thing.
Yeah.
It's like, resentment against someone is like, trying to poison them, but you're the one drinking the poison.
You're drinking the poison. Yeah.
That's
so like
exactly
going back to my pops, it's like, okay, that happened. Now I realize that it's just something that happened.
Something happened.
He was hella stressed during that time.
Yeah.
Mortgages, car pay. I don't know. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, cool. I'm never gonna do that.
Yeah, exactly.
If anything, I would do that. I would just say, and just leave. And then I come back,
exit the situation,
and then I would like do a voice memo to like get all my thoughts out, and then I would go back. If I had a kid, then I'd be like, all right, well, this is the reasons why I'm mad. You did this, and I, just let you know I'm going through this.
Like I've gotten really good at taking myself out of chaos, and dissecting things for myself to understand what it means for me, and how much does it really affect me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like especially like in the world of today, like when you look at shit online and like blah blah blah, it can get you riled up.
Yeah,
but if you just step out and like, understand that it's there, because it's always like that kind of shit is always going to be there.
You just
understand it. Just
triggered
fucking
a thought, because I just read an article. Didn't like recently someone pass a comic, and I think his name's something Quan or Fuquan. Didn't that just happen?
Yeah. He.
So rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Fuquan.
Like, so what happened? I heard they were at a Venice party.
They took coke that was
laced with fentanyl.
Yeah.
And three. How many?
Three died. One's just in the hospital.
And that one's her.
Kate
Quigley.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are your thoughts? I'm sorry to switch
you're good,
topics so fast, but I had
good.
just read that, and I saw it on Instagram, and I'm like, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because that fentanyl, that now cocaine's mixed with it. And,
Yeah.
And they just were at a party.
Yeah.
And they just got a bad dosage.
Well, it's sad, you know what I mean? Like, I lost my brother to drugs in 2013.
Oh, dude.
He OD'd. And like people, tend to like want to like judge, these people for their actions. But man, I mean, to me, it's a true demon, and people are trying to fight that is very, very fucking tough. You know what I mean?
Right.
For someone that doesn't do that, it's easy for them to go. It's easy for those people to go, why the fuck would you do that? You know what I mean? It's easy. But
in their heads, they're probably drinking beers, and they're like, yeah, I'll do a line.
And that was the thing with my brother. When I got like his, results back, they were like, it just seemed like he was just having a night, and this was the night that.
Oh, the autopsy are just like.
Yeah, toxicology.
Toxicologist.
Yeah, toxicology.
Okay,
report,
so you got that information, and so it was just a night out.
It was just a night, yeah, and then that like. But I don't know. It's weird. Like I just always feel for anyone like that that's going through that kind of stuff. Because like I mean, I remember someone asked me, they're like, "Are you mad at your brother?" For
what I mean, like since you brought it up, because I didn't know that.
No.
Like how did you? Because I have an older brother.
Yeah.
Like, and I can't even imagine like how I would cope with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean,
I would probably go to a dark place, dude. Like I don't know. I might.
Oh, I fucking did.
Oh, so you're.
Oh fuck yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
So you went through anger. You went through all of the emotions.
Yeah.
So when you initially found out, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
You're pissed off.
No, I wasn't pissed. I was just
sad as hell.
Yeah, because he was the most,
How close? You guys were close.
Yeah, super close.
Yeah.
You
Is that
know,
your only brother?
my only full-blooded sibling. All my other siblings are half.
Older?
Oldest. Yeah, he was older. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like that, what made that tough? He was like probably one of the more significant people, like the most significant person in my life, because we went through that shit together.
Right.
With our stepfather, we went through that shit together.
That experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that our biological father, was locked up in prison. Like we had these, certain experiences that we went through together that made us like very, very close.
Yeah.
And he was like a protector of mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like when I lost him, it was just like, what the fuck? What the fuck is life?
Right.
You know what I mean? What the fuck am I supposed to do?
You question like you went through all that.
Yeah, I went through all of it, man. I went through all those emotions. I remember. Yeah, I stopped doing comedy. I stopped doing comedy for like.
Well, rightfully so, dude. You probably needed a break.
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't know if I would ever get back on stage either. Because I was like, why the fuck? I don't want to make anyone laugh. I was like, I'm not happy. Like this was like my idea.
Did you leave? Did you just get the hell out of Dodge? And did you just?
Man, you know what? My
you just
idea.
bolt somewhere?
I wanted to like move to a town that was small.
Like a small town.
I'll work a regular 9 to 5, and that would be it.
That's what your mind went to?
That's where I wanted to go to. I wanted to fucking leave.
Just a simple life.
Yep.
That's where you're at. That's where your mind went.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to go back to Kentucky and just get
or somewhere in a small town where it's just like.
Where you won't get noticed.
Won't get noticed or like won't get. Or anything like. Well, I wasn't anything with comedy like at that point. But I just like. I didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to get close to people because I felt like it was like because that hurt so bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? That I was like, I don't want to like
like a reminder. Like you didn't want to be reminded of that.
Yeah, there was so much to it that I was just like, fuck that, man. You know what I mean? I was like, I was ready to like move to, but then, Yeah, how'd you
turn it around? Like, do you think time mended it?
No, I just started. Oddly enough. So people think I'm crazy for this, but so my brother made me the beneficiary on his life insurance.
Okay.
So I got like, I don't remember, it was like $75,000.
Damn.
And I remember, I hated having that money. Hated it. Did not like it.
Yeah, because people think that, like.
Couldn't take it.
I'm just saying on paper it sounds right. Like,
it sounds right. Yeah.
But like. When it actually happens, it's a whole different story, isn't it?
A whole different fucking story. I remember thinking, I was like, okay, so basically, with that $75,000, I started helping people.
Okay.
I just started helping anybody, and not even like in a forceful way, but it's just someone. If I just noticed that someone needed something, I just help them with that money.
Right.
I was just like, I would just help them.
Probably did the right thing. That's
because I was like,
because
I was like. I was like, I can get $75,000 again.
Oh,
but I was like, I can't get my brother back.
What you're doing now? Yeah, dude.
But I was like, I can't get my brother back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I can get $75,000 easy.
Right.
Not easy, but like
no, I know you can
I'm making it seem like it's easy.
No, I know you can do it.
You know what I mean? But like, like I was like, I could get that back, but I can't get my brother back. That's fucking,
Yeah.
That I was like, that's a very definite thing. So, with helping people, I just started feeling better.
So you're being a service to other people.
Yeah, and it wasn't like,
dude, good for you, man.
It wasn't like I was like, going, oh, if I do this for people, I'm gonna feel better.
No. You're doing
a lot
it.
Of shit I've done for people that will that will forever go unnoticed, because
that happens too. That happens too.
I'd rather be that way because, I guess I'm not a person that is it fucking up. Oh, okay, let's try it again. How is it? Oh.
Yeah.
No, that thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Found it.
Okay. You got the sweet spot again?
Yeah.
We're back.
But what was I saying?
You're talking about helping people, and then like sometimes you won't see.
Oh yeah, which because like I'm not
people.
I'm not a person that wants to boast about that because
you don't boast about
because it's like why did I help that person in the first place? Then was it to boast about it?
No, it's just
then
like,
it's
you just felt like doing
then
it.
it loses all authenticity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's it's worse if like it's like someone like a millionaire giving like a homeless person money and like filming it and telling the whole, hey, look what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm a good person. I'm giving this person
Yeah.
$100 bill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude, that's
Just
like,
do it. Just do it.
if it's real, you'll do that when no one's around.
When no
You'll
one's
do
around.
it in
It
an
doesn't
alleyway. You know what I
matter.
mean? Some alleyway, like,
Yeah.
here you go.
Yeah.
Like no one's around.
Because I'll tell you what, like, you'll get that feeling by just doing it. You'll get the feel, that feeling. I don't know if people are looking for it or whatever, but like there's a feeling that will be delivered to you that'll hit you in a way where you kind of like, oh shit, you're like, damn, and it just makes you want to continue to do that.
Right. And so that helped.
Yeah.
And so
And that's how I did. That's how I started. That's what made me start climbing out of my depression.
Right.
Because otherwise, I was just kind of sitting in it.
Did
that took
Did
forever.
you dive into like any drugs or like
Alcohol.
no nothing harder than that?
I
Harsher than
didn't
that?
fuck with that shit.
Because
But
I
alcohol I
would
loved.
probably need like, I'd probably do a peyote ritual. I would just do. I would probably, you'd see me in Honduras or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
like,
right.
Hey, where's Steve at? I don't know, man. I just
With the
I
shaman
know he had
and
there's a
shit.
plane ticket to Honduras, and he joined this tribe, and I think he's doing DMT for a month straight.
You know what? You want to know something crazy about?
mess with
I just
that?
thought about that when I was depressed.
Yeah.
So I was coaching cheer camps,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember I went to Seattle, and the cheer camps were like at like night, like 7 p.m. or whatever.
Yeah.
And so during the day I just had a whole day to myself,
Just to chill.
Yeah. And you know what? I would go journal outside of Kurt Cobain's house. There's this.
Damn, that's crazy.
If
you
you're
said
looking
that,
at the
man.
house, if you're looking at the house to the left, there's a memorial bench right there
Yeah,
that says
man, that
Kurt
was a
on
special
it.
person, man.
And so I would sit there and I would journal right
Yeah.
there for hours, and it'd be gloomy. I never saw the sun.
There's something
man-
about that guy, man. There's something
Yeah.
real special about that guy, man. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. I mean, obviously the brilliant songwriting,
Yeah,
right?
but I think it's
there's
deeper
something,
than
There's
that.
something else. Exactly.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
something else more like he's this. I don't know. Like,
I don't
what's
know
the
how to
word?
explain it
It's some
either.
angelic
Yeah.
or some entity.
Something,
You know,
yeah,
like
like an
if you were in the
entity, yeah.
forest and you saw an elf, like, oh, dude, that's an elf. Like something special.
Yeah, something.
Like
Yeah,
he's got that.
yeah, and
Like
so
that
like
special quality.
that's so funny you say that, but
Yeah,
because
man.
that's what like that's what I felt when I was out there. I was just like journaling, and like it made me like journaling at that, at his outside of his like at that memorial bench
Yeah.
made me let out so much and be so honest. The probably the most honest I ever
Was
been.
it just like a diary log?
I would just start writing. Yeah.
Wait, so it was your diary.
Yeah.
You're
And
just-
I still journal. I have
You're-
I have like a fucking crate full of journals. Like filled
So,
up,
dude,
yeah.
that's a good thing to do. So, do you somehow, ironically, can get bits out of that? I mean, just
yeah.
by,
That's,
you know
yeah,
what I mean? Because
majority,
you
majority
never
of
know.
the shit I talk about comes from
Autobiographical.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
writing it as a joke.
No. I know your intention's not that. Your intention is like, I'm getting this off my chest.
Yeah, and then I go, ooh, that's funny.
Yeah. right. You know what's weird is like there's motherfuckers out there that they're so about Kurt Cobain, they'll like stay at the same hotels,
Yeah, I don't do all that.
motel, and then they'll stay in the room and they'll probably journal there.
The reason why I did that is because, I'm such a grunge geek that when I went to Seattle and I like his where I was staying, the hotel that the company had put me up in was not too far. It was like 15 minutes from Kurt Cobain's house.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and then
so then
is
before
that
I went to Seattle and I
is
knew
that
how long I was
Olympia?
gonna be
That's
there.
Washington, right? Is
Yeah.
that Olympia or
But,
Seattle?
No, there's
Yeah.
Lake Washington.
Right.
is where the house is. But I made a grunge playlist
Cool.
before I went to Seattle because I had never been to Seattle, and I think I spent like a month there or whatever.
Yeah. Do you like
So-
Do you like Seattle?
Oh,
Washington?
I loved it. I love it. Yeah.
There's
I
something
loved
about-
it so much.
you like
it was
Washington.
something. Yeah, it was something about it that was just dope, and
Yeah.
like I got a good like
Vibe?
solid feel of like oh, this is why they make the music. This is why it sounds the way.
It made sense to you.
Oh, all of it.
What is it? Is it the weather? Like, because
I think
it
it's the
rains.
weather.
It rains and stuff there too, right?
Yeah. I didn't see the sun one time.
Did you see that? Did you
sun.
see that movie? It was years ago, directed by Gus Van Sant. Last Days. Well, it's about Kurt Cobain's last days on Earth.
Is it? Wait, which one is that one?
It's Gus Van Sant's the director. It's a long years ago.
Okay, no,
but
I
it's
don't
interesting because it shows him during his last days, and I don't know how accurate it is, but correct me if I'm wrong. Did he like stay at this house and then like in the cut, and he was kind of like being a hermit? There's people around him, but he was kind of kept to himself.
Yeah, it was something about like he was at a rehab center in California.
Yeah,
left the rehab center, went home.
But then he was isolated in that house.
Yeah, but in the greenhouse or what the greenhouse or
there's
whatever.
There's a guest house where supposedly he blew his brains out.
They tore that down.
Right.
Yeah, so that whoever lives there now tore that house down.
Yeah.
Or tore that part of the house down.
So do you?
But
think it was a dark movie, dude.
Those homes in that area. I was like, God damn.
Haunted, huh?
No, it's just they're really nice.
Oh, okay. I was way off.
Yeah, I was like,
I thought you meant haunted.
No.
Oh, okay. Because I'm sure there's a lot of history
like,
there as well, right? Like that type of architecture and structure of the houses. Yeah, that's so crazy. So like, as far as your comedy, like, when did you? Because you're in a whole different spot now. Like I was just at, Thick Boy Studios. I was there, and then you're doing a podcast, Fighter and the Kid now with Brendan and Brian. Like, when did you decide I'm going to move to LA and pursue it even harder?
There was quite a few cats that, because I was just working my ass off, and, there was some cats from out here
that
basically, encouraged that. And, and I also like felt like I was getting bored in Arizona with comedy because you can only go so far. And then I was like, man, I need to fucking leave. Mm-hmm. And so I just I remember it was just like a random decision. And was
Jesse involved? Like
Jesse was involved.
Yeah.
Because
how did y'all link up? Just real quick, like how did you guys link up?
We still don't know our origin story. But we just know, because I think it's just, we don't know exactly how we met.
Just you guys.
Yeah, and then.
It happened?
Yeah, and then she texted me. She was like, hey, we have a room.
She did that?
Yeah, because she was already out here.
Shout out to Jesse.
Shout out to Jesse all the way.
Yeah.
She was like, hey, we have a open room at our apartment. If you want to take it, here's how much it is, blah, blah, blah. And then I remember that's like, for some reason, that being delivered to me made me go, do it.
That was a sign.
That was a sign.
From the universe.
Yeah.
This
is
your ticket.
Yep. And I fucking said, all right.
And this is in Hollywood somewhere? Or?
Yeah, right in Hollywood. Not too far from
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right it was up on, where the hell was that?
Cahuenga or something?
No, it was on,
Argyle, maybe? Whitley?
Western and like in between Melrose and Santa Monica.
Okay.
Yeah, so just back that way.
Yeah, not too far away.
Yeah, not too far away at all.
And so that was the starting point. And then when did you like get in with like going to the Comedy Store, Laugh Factory, and improv? Like when did you start doing that?
That's kind of a.
It's already time passed. 10, dude. We're on our last. It flew by, bro. We gotta do part 2, 3.
I'll tell you that one because it's a very
unique
and cool story. So, I think it was my 3rd week of living in LA, and I would go and sit and watch the potluck, which was every Mondays at the Comedy Store.
Just watch?
Yeah, I would sign up, but like I wasn't getting up.
Yeah.
And so I would sit there, but I would still watch, just in case, like, because I would watch because
someone drops out, maybe.
No, I'd watch based on like, because I was like, okay, let me see. I wanted to see.
Just scoping out their styles.
Yeah, and then it's like, so when I got my chance, I would know how to execute on that stage.
Because you only get 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
And then Adam Egett, who's the talent coordinator at the time, I saw him sitting there, and I didn't know who he was, but I was like, damn, that dude has a Sonic Youth patch. And I went up to him, I was like, hey, man. I was like, what makes Sonic Youth, man?
You just shot the shit with them, not knowing who
I was like, bro, Washing Machine's my favorite album. So listen stuff.
It was opportunistic. It was not opportunistic.
Yeah.
It was organic.
Yeah, and he was like, hey, he goes, oh, hell yeah. And he goes, what's your name? I was like, my name's Shapel Lacey. He goes, I'm Adam Egett. I'm the talent coordinator here. And I was like, cool, man. All right. Well, I was like, have a good one.
Yeah.
Because we don't have that back home. We don't have like a talent coordinator.
Yeah, right.
So I didn't know what that was.
You didn't even know what that meant.
No, fuck no.
You're just like, I like your patch.
Yeah, I was like, fuck yeah, man.
Right.
All right, well, yeah, good to see you, brother. Yeah.
So you're just cool.
I like your place, man.
Yeah. It was just cool interaction.
Yeah, and then I want to say later that week, I saw him again. The guy in the vest with all the band patches. And I was like, yo, man, do you like this band? We just started talking bands. And I was like, well, just going off about bands. And then he had an Iggy Pop patch on one of his vests.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, I have Raw Power tattooed on my neck.
Right.
And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And I showed him or whatever. He goes, where'd you say you're from? What's your name? Or no, he said, where'd you say you're from? Or when I was like, oh, I'm from Arizona, man. I'm originally from Arizona. He goes, dude, I used to work at the Tempe Improv for years. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, man, I was like, you might know my boy Casey Curry. He goes, of course I know Casey.
Oh, what a small world.
He was like, hey man, he goes, I don't have any spots this week. He goes, why don't you come by Monday and I'll give you a shot or whatever. And I was like, hell yeah, man, cool.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't think of it as like,
no, it was organic.
I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it, man. And then I remember going there that Monday, and I even then I was still trying to talk to him about bands. I was like, yo, dude, you listen to such. Yeah. And then he was like, yeah, man. He goes, you're about to go up, and I was like, oh hell yeah, cool. He was like, all right. He goes, give you 3 minutes. Just want you to go up there, have fun. I said, hell yeah, cool. And then went up there, did really really good. Yeah. And then as I'm walking out, I was like, all right, man, hey, you have a good one. He's like, no, where you going? And I was like, what? He goes, man, look, come here. And he was like, it was really good. I was like, oh hell yeah.
Oh, so he gave you feedback.
Yes, and he goes, I want you to come back. Yeah, that's how that happened.
What?
So that's how and then that's how I started meeting like everybody.
So I'm taking it you're just being yourself.
Yeah.
Right? That's the moral of the story.
What's funny
What's
about
the moral of the story?
What's funny about this fucking story is people would all the time. I remember growing up and people making fun of the black kid that listened to punk rock, that skated and all this shit.
Oh no, that's the coolest.
But my music interest.
No, that's the coolest thing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the coolest thing ever.
That's what's funny. Like fast forward to now, and it's like the people that made fun of me about that shit, blah blah blah.
Nah.
Look what me listening to my
that's
fucking
the cool
music.
Shit. No, that's the cool shit. Dude, don't leave me hanging. That's the cool shit.
So it's kind of funny,
dude.
but
And they skateboard, and on top of that, they skateboard.
Yeah.
Dude, that's dude. Just put them on top of the mountain, dude.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
It was great.
There's a lot of hidden talent in Arizona, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want to know why? Because Arizona's fucking boring. So
and they put their heart into it. You know what I'm saying? They put their heart into it if they do anything.
Because like, what else am I gonna do? Fucking.
Yeah. Wait. I don't want to skip this. But then, how did you get into the podcasting thing? Because I don't want to leave that out. Because you're on one of the biggest podcasts out there.
That was because of Brendan.
So how did you link up with Brendan to do that?
I met Brendan in 2016 before I moved to LA.
How?
In passing at the comedy club.
Same type of story?
Well, I was on an earlier show and he was doing a later show, him and Brian, and then I just started chopping up with them. And I remember, connecting with Brendan and his brother Jay a lot, and Brian, like all of them. Like, yeah, it was just like such a fun talk in that green room, and both of them, Brendan and Brian, were like, yo, hit us up if you're in LA. And I was like, oh, okay, hell yeah. And they were like, take our numbers. And I was like, oh shit. So they both gave me their numbers and
just
shit.
that relaxed attitude.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck, okay, This was just based off of an authentic conversation.
Yeah.
And then literally, yeah. And then, I moved to LA, and then I think they just saw that I was just doing shit. Yeah. They just saw like, oh, this kid's active. He's like going for it.
Yeah.
And so I think they just, I think, Brendan was just, just gave me a shot.
That's crazy. And that was what led to King
and Sting first, and then Fighter
and the Kid.
I was like, am I blanking right now?
Do you enjoy doing a Fighter and the Kid?
Yeah, I enjoy. I mean, I just like it's crazy because I mean, to see where I'm at. Yes, it's a lot of fun, and it makes me want to it gets me excited for my own stuff because it's like, oh man,
Can we talk about that, or is that still kind of like getting built up?
Damn it, my girlfriend.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Hold on. Sweetheart, I'm wrapping. Hello? Yeah, I'm wrapping up this podcast.
Why don't you give her a shout out on the Steebee Weebee Show?
All right, love you too. Bye.
Because I mean, are we allowed to talk? I mean, do you have other podcasting plans? I don't know if that's you're
I haven't announced it yet, but like it is.
But in
like
the future,
it's like,
in the future, look out for something that might happen.
Which I'm pretty excited for.
Okay,
yeah,
good. Yeah.
I get excited about it because it gave me a solid springboard to be able to do my own stuff. Like the platform that the Fighter Kid has given me is really boosted me for my individual self.
Let's shout out. Can we shout out Brendan? Yeah, shout out to Brendan.
Shout out Brian.
And shout out Theo.
Theo.
Because they're giving me a shot. You know, they're allowing me now to get on their platform. So we got to give them a shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brendan and Theo for
times.
helping us out. It's helping out, you know, because I'm doing another podcast with Jeremiah Watkins.
Yeah, which is
beautiful.
Like,
so,
it's like,
so that's helping. You know, me doing that, it's helping kind of like cross promote for all this stuff. You know what I mean?
And it just gives you a fucking boost to be able to go out there and kick ass.
Yeah, I hate saying platform.
I know. I know. I feel like an influencer.
But but it's like it is helping.
Yeah, it is helping, man. It's just I don't know. It's just fun, man. It's just cool to do the shit that I want to do.
Yeah, and then like now's the time. Is there? I want to plug all your stuff, like where people can find your music, comedy shows, upcoming shows. And stuff like that.
ShapelLacey.com for like the comedy shows and stuff.
Spell it out for him.
ShapelLacey.com.
Yep.
And that's the same for Instagram.
I don't do
Facebook. Yeah, my merch is also on the website.
So definitely get a shirt off Chappelle there.
I'm trying to think of what else.
Buy a T-shirt.
I hate social media, so I only use Instagram.
Go ahead. No.
But it's the same as Shapel Lacey.
You need to do it. Keep going.
I don't have Facebook or Twitter, so don't try to search for me on there.
The music.
Oh, the music that's in the works.
Okay.
We're about to.
You gonna release it? Vinyl.
Yeah.
Vinyl.
Yeah, we're wrapping up these originals.
Can we shout out the group name?
We don't have that yet. We just started playing.
You don't have the name.
No, not yet. I'm still thinking.
Are you brainstorming that?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on, real quick. How many members?
5 of us. Joel's in it. You know Joel.
Joel Jimenez?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Joel.
Joel and Chris from Kill Tony Band and Roast Battle Band.
Yeah. And it's what kind of music would you describe it? Like punk?
Punk, yeah.
Eclectic or indie rock?
Punk, yeah. Pretty much punk.
Yeah.
Punk, hardcore.
Are you guys open to names?
Yes.
Let me brainstorm something. For us. I think I could come up with something.
As long as it's not disgusting.
No, it's not gonna. No, man, it ain't gonna be the booger brains or nothing.
I know, right?
No, I'm not gonna do that to you guys.
I was like, if I do it, I at least want people to take somewhat serious the booger brains.
Hey, dude, the boogers.
Yeah, the boogers,
man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I get brainstorming.
Okay,
let me brainstorm on that.
All right, I'll let you brainstorm that.
And then you have merch. Let's plug your merch again. Like
I have a merch called.
You got beanies and sweatshirts. What do you got on there?
It's called Love Is Tight. Is like my brand.
Love is tight. Love is tight. Get that today.
That everyone thinks I came up with that because of being in a relationship. I go, that's not how I fucking came up with it.
How long you been with your lady?
3 years. This is my first relationship ever.
Good for you. You're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm glad I started in my fucking 30s, you losers. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, everyone thinks that's how I created that Love Is Tight brand.
Yeah.
But it was all because just being cool with my stepfather.
There you go.
And I was just like, love is tight, man.
So get a shirt today.
Yeah, get a shirt.
You got. So what do you got? What do you offer on there? Is there beanies,
shirts,
sweatshirts,
hats? I got socks coming out. We started doing some socks. Obviously, because it's getting a little, it's gonna start getting that cool season.
Mm-hmm.
We got some sweats. We got hoodies on there right now, obviously. But
there you go.
stuff I'm pretty stoked on. So yeah, we got some shit that's in the works that I'm really excited about.
And then they pay for shipping and handling.
Something like that. Whatever you do.
Just go to the website.
Yeah, go to the website.
Say it one more time, and then I'm gonna do my announcement.
Yeah, ShapelLacey.com. ShapelLacey.com.
That time flew by.
I know, right?
You know, the thing is, I knew we would get along because just like knowing, like, because when Jesse was like, oh, he's from Arizona too. I go, wow, he's from Arizona too? Because I had Deshaun,
Yeah.
The week
I love
before.
Deshaun's
Dude, that's the man, right?
amazing.
Laser flip master.
And
Cowtown,
just a
all that.
nice guy.
He's amazing on a skateboard.
Amazing on a skateboard.
Powerful.
Nice guy.
Powerful.
I love that dude's
He's
energy.
young too, dude.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, he's crushing. He's crushing.
I know.
He's probably one of the best skateboarders to come out of Arizona. And there's been a lot of talent.
Yeah.
This, dude, he almost made the Olympic team, bro.
I know, that's
He was
insane.
one spot away.
That's
one
what I'm saying.
spot.
We coming out of Arizona, baby.
So watch out for Deshaun Jordan coming at
Yeah.
you soon, man. Look out for his toy machine part coming out soon.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to the Steebee Weebee Show. We do have a website attached to the show. Go to SteebeeWeebieShow.com. As you can see here, this is my merch. I do everything handwritten, so I'm on top of all the orders. Okay, just know the orders will be a little delayed because of COVID and the quarantine, whatever. So the shipping might be delayed. Go to YouTube.com/ScissorBros. Subscribe today. Those episodes drop every Friday. Go to SteebieWeebieShow.com for any merch. Did I already say that? SteebieWeebieBandcamp.com. Instagram /QUANGOU. And last but not least, we do have a P.O. box. If you want to send any packages or mail, send all your stuff. I have to go this week. I have to remind myself I have to go this week. Yeah, I always put it off. I went on Monday, dude, but it was a holiday.
I love how
it was a holiday.
I love your structure.
You do.
I love all of this.
Yeah. So send your packages to 1425 North Cherokee Avenue, P.O. Box 1391, L.A., California 90093. I want to talk about your tattoos next time. I just noticed you have a Skate and Destroy one right there, too.
No, that's Search and Destroy.
Oh, Search and Destroy.
Iggy Pop,
but that's still cool.
PMA.
Yeah.
One Life, One Chance. That's a Rancid tat.
Yeah.
That's a Oasis
And then you got some
tat.
on your neck, too?
Yeah, I have Misfits, Fiend, Skull, Black
Hey, what do you think about this idea? And this is just it hasn't been done before. I know a few tattoo artists I met on Instagram, but what if we do a podcast where I have the tattoo artist come, and because that way we could plug his tattoo shop
and get a tattoo,
and then the other person gets a free tattoo.
Like you and I got tattoos?
Yeah.
I think that's a Scissor Bros thing.
No, he gave me this.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did this one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful scissor.
Yeah, he did a beautiful scissor.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a crane scissor. no, but what do you think? Like, either he could, because there's another...
And we both get tattoos?
Or whoever. It could be you getting a tattoo, and then I could be interviewing both of y'all, and then be like, okay, so, It's
funny, because I don't do well with tattoos, but I have a lot of them.
Oh, so you wouldn't be able to talk?
I'd be like, oh, fucking...
Oh, how about this?
Like,
okay, so I won't make you talk. You just sit there, and then just try to get through it. I'll be interviewing. Yeah, I'll be interviewing the tattoo artist the whole time.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, so what do you do in Dresden? Okay,
Yeah.
so you're working on the head. Okay, good. Oh, so how do you get your line so
Two
straight?
of them didn't really hurt, but
Yeah.
of the fucking 16 that I have,
Do you think people
they
will
all
tune
fucking
into
hurt.
that at like a live tattoo?
Oh, hell yeah, they would tune in.
No, like a podcast format.
Yeah.
Got it. Let me think.
It'd actually be funny us getting tattoos, and I struggle with them.
Oh, you would get matching tattoos?
No, we don't have to get matching tattoos. I get something stupid. I don't know.
I would get a little flash. No, like a little flash tattoo.
This one
no,
fucking
like
hurt on my finger.
like a little flash tattoo. Just like a dinker.
What is that?
Just like a little one. Just a little one.
So little.
It'll take
yeah,
like 15 minutes.
Like I have this like
yeah,
PMA,
boom, you're done.
Meanwhile, that fucking hurt.
Yeah.
I did not do well with the finger tattoo. PMA.
Ouch.
Yeah, that fucking son of a bitch.
It's sensitive there. Isn't it?
Yeah. I'm getting I'm going in a couple weeks to my guy. He's doing a spider.
You do it on your chest?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get some too.
I know.
I'm gonna get another one.
I have a lot on my chest.
Yeah,
Oddly enough, like the chest is like my favorite to get tattooed.
Should I do my chest next?
You don't have anything on your chest?
Neck, chest, all of it.
Do your chest.
Chest?
Yeah, get something cool.
Well, let me think about that.
Yeah, think
Till
about it.
next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Dude.
My buddy Skip is a trip, feeling blue like a crib. Straight for robbing a bank, letting loose from the hip. He really couldn't predict this script was so full of angst. Him and Henry were woodpeckers, did a song that dance at bit. Oh, rodeo man in the West, you can. You're the best on the land to bless the sands. To the bull with your hand, oh Skip, you can. Get that fucking bull, pull on that rope. Feeling stir crazy, maintaining against the grain. Making me
wanna get in a plane. The pain inside my brain never ends sustained. I'm down for the count on the ground freight train. Living today, don't give it away. They're preaching the praise, the raise. Shining it down to mightiest crowns, the finest of frowns delayed. Skibby's afraid, he feels betrayed. Live this way, can deal with shade. A spade is a spade, he made the grade. Displayed in a charade of pain. I am not a man, I am an animal, a male. I live by maritime, the law of water, about to sail. When my mother had me, I slipped out of her canal. What you call a sailing ship is named after a female.